Yo, what's going on, guys? KrispyFlakes here. So for today's video, we have, can we guess which NBA team you would play for? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be taking this quiz right here, and then for my next video, I am going to actually put myself into NBA 2K21 and put myself on the team that I get in this case and try to do a rebuild and win the NBA championship. It's going to be a whole golly gee fun time, man, and I can't wait for you guys to get to witness it. If you decide to watch the video, that is, right, man? So yeah, before we go on today's video, if you guys don't mind dropping that like, and of course, subscribing if you're new to the channel. Also, check out my second channel, Extra Crispy, for daily NBA content over there. Just today, reaction to Oprah Sadverson's top 50 NBA player lists. So yeah, definitely want to go check that one out, man. All right, let's get going on this. I'm not going to do all this reading right here. Ain't got time for that. But yeah, should be some pretty basic questions. So scroll to start quiz. Make sure it looks all good on my end. Yes, it does. Alrighty. So how well do you handle snow, hail, and cold weather? Man, well, I live in Michigan, guys, so I handle it pretty well. I like steady, consistent sunshine. It doesn't bother me at all. I'm tough enough not to care, but I prefer dry warmth. Rain is okay, but otherwise I prefer hot temperature. Yeah, definitely between, like, it doesn't really bother me. I actually kind of like wintertime, if I'm being honest. I like wintertime, like, at first, like, when, like, the snow looks all nice and stuff, but then once the snow plows go through it about 10 times, it looks all dirty and stuff. It's like, okay, this is kind of ugly now, man, but I like it at first, but I will say, it doesn't really bother me. Like, if it was winter every single day, yeah, that would suck, but that is what I like about Michigan, is that we get a little, a little taste of everything out there, guys, a little taste of everything. So, there we go. Okay, next question. NBA players get big checks on and off the court. How important is it for your city to have opportunities for you outside of basketball? So basketball is way more important. Endorsement opportunities are global now anyways. Yeah, I think that's pretty true right there. It matters, but I'm still focused on enjoying the city itself. It's one of the most important considerations in picking a team. Not as important as basketball, but it's up there. Yeah, man, I would say, like, during the regular season, I'm all, zip and zop out there, bro. I'm out there, practicing basketball and stuff. But once the offseason comes along, I mean, yeah, like, there's airplanes. They exist. I mean, you can, like, just go to different places to do opportunities. Like, I know that a big part of LeBron signing with the Lakers was because, like, the Hollywood aspect and stuff, but I feel like anything's possible as long as you make time for it, right? Like, we see a lot of, like, great players that are in, like, small market teams, and yet they still have time for endorsements and stuff like that, man. So honestly, basketball is more important, and the endorsements are, you'll find them around there. So pro athletes have big egos. Let go my ego, man. No, egos. Do you need to be recognized as a star in your town? I mean, if I'm good, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, I want people to be like, hey, yo, it's Crispy over there, man. It's nice, but not exactly necessary. Yes, I want to be part of the glitz and the glamour of where I live. I couldn't care less. If it helps me get into the best clubs, sure. I would say it's nice, but not necessary. Like, if somebody recognizes me, it's like, it's a cool moment and stuff, but overall, it's whatever. Not everybody likes basketball. Not everybody likes basketball. So, yeah, I don't want to get, like, that big of an ego on me where it's like, yo, like you dare look at me, but you don't recognize me? And it's like, well, I like hockey. It's like, oh, okay, I get it. Let's hear LeBron, then everybody knows him. Coaches are the glue that holds your team together. How important is it for you to have a great coach? It's one of the main considerations when choosing a team. A good coach helps, but it's not that big of a deal. It's important, but confidence in the front office matters more, and the team's brand and legacy are more important. So I think that the front office is the most important, because if you have a good, capable front office, they will find you a coach that's a good fit. And really, man, like, saying, like, a great coach, sometimes it's really actually hard to speculate, because you can have, like, a guy like, Popovich out there who's been a great coach. We know him. But then you have, like, some other cases where, like, a good coach kind of comes out of nowhere. Like, I feel like Steve Nash is going to be, like, a really good coach. So, as long as you have a good front office, the rest will kind of fall into place, and they'll be making all good decisions, stuff like that, and make sure there's a coach that is a good fit. Okay. Which of the below reputations would you want your city to have? Southern Mecca of history and art, tropical party destination, glamorous playground of the stars, gritty, tough Midwestern town that still knows how to have fun, man. Yes, sir, baby. Little Netflix, Little Caesars and chill, bro. You know what I'm saying? Okay, yeah. I don't know. I like that. I like that gritty grindness that, like, comes with, like, living in Michigan, like Detroit and stuff like that, bro. Although we more gritty than anything. But no, I mean, I've always liked the Motown bad boys mentality. I don't know why. It's just, but it's probably because it's where I was, like, raised at and stuff, man. So, we kind of take pride in, like, that hard work aspect and stuff, and sometimes not always working or have like the big fancy job, but sometimes it's about working harder and stuff like that. And that's how you get to the top, right? So we got some hoopers choose a city based on how much taxes they have to pay. Does this issue matter to you? I think it would matter to some extent because I am like a finance guy. I'm big on like the stock market and stuff. But even right now, I don't really know like what cities are best for taxes and like what states. Like you don't see me moving out of Michigan because like of taxes. So I guess it would be a little hypocritical to say I would pick a basketball team because of taxes. But we got not at all. It matters, but I'm not going to base my decision on it. I like that choice. The lower the tax rate, the more inclined I am to play there. Yes, I want to pay as few taxes as possible. So I'll say it matters, but I'm not going to base my decision on it. So okay. GMs are the de facto leaders of a team's day-to-day operations. Are you choosing your team based on the GM? Not really. I'm more concerned about the coach and teammates. Yes, it's one of my top factors in my team selection. As long as there are people I can trust at a high level in the front office, that's the most important. I don't know if you can trust anybody these days, though, in the front office. Yes, my team needs to have a solid, experienced GM. I will say it's one of my top factors. It's not like the top factor, but if I see you have like a garbage history or like a garbage GM or like a garbage GM who has a garbage history, then yeah, I probably don't want to play for that team. So I think it is a factor for sure. Does your franchise need to have a solid tradition of winning championships? Yes, it's very important to me. Yes, even if the team hasn't been great in the last few years, not particularly. It matters, but I care more about bringing new championships to the town. I agree with this one, I would say, because like it does matter because by like looking at a team's history of like championships, you do kind of get like a good like pattern and just like historical recognition of if that team has what it takes to win basketball games, bring in the right talent and stuff like that. And I will say, like, as a Piston fan, I didn't watch the Bad Boys play. I wasn't really alive yet. So, yeah, that's kind of one issue why. So I don't really take, like, too much, like, pride in those championships. Like, I respect those championships. The Pistons 2004 team, I take pride in because that's, like, when I first really started watching basketball and stuff like that. So I think it does matter to those extents. But it's not, like, the end-all, be-all. Many guys choose a team as a way to become one of the franchise's all-time greats. Do you care about your chances of being a legend in your team's history? I revere the team's historical players. I'll never surpass them, but it would be an honor to even be mentioned in a group with them. That's a bad mindset to have. My mindset is like, if they can be great, why can't I? Yes, I'd like a team where I can be one of the few truly great players. I don't gotta be one. You look at like the Lakers or Celtics, they got many, right? Yes, I want a place with a strong history, but I want to be the face of the new franchise. Not a lot. I know I'll probably never live up to the franchise legends, but the team will elevate my brand. Okay. I don't really like any of these answers. I guess this one, strong history, but I wouldn't mind being one of the face of the new franchise. I like that one. Okay, that one sounds good. Besides a great basketball team and a strong organization, what else would you want your city to have? Excellent restaurants and historical attractions. I like the excellent restaurants choice, man. Yo, Gordon Ramsay, come on, man, to Detroit. Lots of other stars and celebrities, beautiful women, and exciting nightlife. Hey, I happily got a girlfriend of 4 years. They don't stop guys like James Harden, though, man. A lot of business activity and great food. Okay, out of all these, because, like, great food, that means great restaurants. Historical attractions, whatever, man. It'd be cool to, like, witness them. But after you see them, it's like, okay, what's next? I would say probably a lot of business activity and great food. That sounds good to me. Many people love the coast because it gives them the opportunity to be near water. Do you care about beaches in your NBA team city? Bro, we got the Great Lakes, man. We got the Great Lakes. Not really, as long as there are some beaches in driving distance. Yes, beaches are nice, but the town needs some other stuff too. Yes, I want to play somewhere with an amazing beach. No, I'm not a big beach person, okay? So they're really putting into consideration the beach thing. Man, I'm trying to get to Detroit, as you guys can see. They need help, so I need them they need Crispy for the rebuild. I would say, like, in driving distance, that's fine. That's fine. Some NBA players believe it's important to carve out a legacy in one town. How much do you care about playing for only one team your entire career? Hey, if the fit's there and the team is committed and the GM's committed, I'll stay there my entire career, guys. I like to stay in one place as long as possible. I guess this is an important factor in deciding where I play. It'll be nice, but it's not going to be a deal breaker or anything. It's not a huge concern of mine. My team should elevate my brand while I'm there. I will say it'd be nice, but it's not really a deal breaker. Like, if it happens, it happens. I'm sure Dirk and, guys like that, man, they probably thought the same thing, where it's just kind of like, hey, like, if I get traded, yeah, well, it'll probably suck, but I also don't mind being a Maverick for life. Do you think it's important to have a good relationship with your team owner? Yes, they should be down to earth and preferably family-oriented. Yes, most of them need to be experienced as the owner of a team. Not particularly the GM and coach are way more important. I'd like to meet them and know who they are, but I'm more concerned about the coach and front office. I would say probably this, because like in a lot of cases, some team owners are really big into their teams, and some people it's like just like a business for them. So depending on that, I also like the down to earth though, because like they're down to earth, family oriented. Chances are they do look at it from like beyond like a business standpoint. It's like this is also like my baby out here, like a Mark Cuban. I love Mark Cuban for that reason because he is very down to earth. So I'm gonna go with that one actually. Some markets like Los Angeles and New York tend to attract big name free agents. I can't remember the last big name free agent signed in New York, if I'm being honest, man. Does it matter to you how attractive your squad is to other stars? Yes, it's nice to be in a city that others want to come to. I'd like my team to be attractive to others because of the organization, not the city. Hey, man, I know people aren't trying to live in Detroit, but we got some nice places around, guys. We got some nice places. Not particularly, I'm choosing more based on the city and team itself. Yes, it needs to be a place where others want to play. I like this one. Okay, there we go. Alrighty, man. How many questions we got here, baby? Oh, my God, man. Okay, we actually got that much left. There was some ads down there. Okay. Certain teams are known for having an athletic training staff that can keep players' bodies in peak condition. How important are your team trainers, baby? Well, you know what, man? I got this beautiful form, this godlike body from eating, McDoubles and stuff like that, bro. So I would say a training staff, like, if they do anything, it's going to be in a better situation than I'm currently in. So not that important in selecting where I play. It matters, but it's not a core concern. It's not super important. I have my own guys anyway. They should be some of the best in the business. It matters, but it's not a core concern. Like, yeah, you want good trainers. I mean, like, so maybe you don't want to be on the KrispyFlakes diet. Basketball is a global game. Stars are adored from Chicago to China. Doesn't matter how strong your team's international ties are. Not particularly. It's not that important to me. It would be great if my city was prominent on the international level. It would have some degree of international connection. I would say probably not particularly, although I appreciate a cultural influence. Like, if I'm that good at basketball, chances are people around the world are going to like me. So it's really my job to get their approval, right? So there we go. Basketball is a team sport. What is your attitude towards your teammates? We're all here to make each other better. The hierarchy on the team should be obvious. I want to play in a system that works for me and the other guys. I'm trying to get my numbers. Okay, yeah, I want to play in a system that works, man. Like, if that means me being the number one option, then so be it. If that means me, being the third option, so be it. Like, I want to know my role going into each game, and I want my team to become great because of that. Athletes and musicians are connected in many ways. What kind of music scene do you want to be most prominent in your city? Rock and roll, blues and jazz, hip hop and rap, salsa and Latin. Well, I do like chips and salsa, man, so that's not bad right there. I would probably say out of all these, I like rock a bit, but I'm not like big on country. I like rap, but like hip hop, I don't really like where hip hop's kind of gone lately. But then we got Eminem, so hip hop and rap. You guys can tell I'm from Detroit. Okay. Interacting with ones who cheer for you is a big part of being a pro baller. Where would you want to host a meet and greet with fans? A mall in the city, somewhere on the beach. Seems kind of weird. A massive convention center, and a modest hotel or a conference hall, man. You know what, man? Let's have KrispyFlakes Day, guys, at the convention center. Plus, there's plenty of room there. You know why you're going. That'd be cool. Okay. The NBA season has a grueling schedule. What are you doing on your off days? Hitting up a fancy restaurant where the celebs are known to be frequent, just relaxing, getting some treatment, and preparing myself for the next game. Partying on a boat, hiking, or doing something else in nature. Probably just relaxing. I'm not like a big partier and stuff like that, so yeah. Which of these industries would you most want to be based in your town? Tourism, movies, finance, entertainment. Finance sounds cool because I like it. Call me Carmelo Anthony. I'm going to get the Knicks. I'm going to get the Knicks, man. A lot of ballers want to have families. Is it important for your city to be a good place to raise kids? Detroit. It matters, but it's not top of my list. I feel like, man, I feel like there's good places no matter where you go. Any city or place has good locations. It's just like it gets like that rep of like a bad place. But there's always good places everywhere, man. Now, really, I'm not thinking about kids yet. Yes, I want them plenty of opportunities to be outside. Yes, I like to go there to be good schools around. Yeah, good schools are important. I like it. Okay. These days, NBA players are more outspoken and about social issues. What's your political ideology? Ooh. Okay. Well, here's a big one. Time to get political, man. Okay, so I don't really know what every single one of these terms, mean and stuff like that. I would say for me personally, when it comes to my own political stance, I think I would be what's considered an independent. meaning that, you know, I've never really gotten into the whole like two-party system thing. I feel like it's a very, especially right now more so than ever, like the two-party system, especially like the extreme left and right, like it's a bad place. And I feel like sometimes the party, people make it more about the party and not about the idea. And I feel like people will say that like their party has all the ideas when that's just not the case. So for me personally, I like looking at both sides and realizing like, hey, both sides have great ideas, both sides have bad ideas. Let's do our best to get this right. But then again, who gets to say that? Like, who am I to say what's right and wrong? Who's anybody to say what's right and wrong, man? So I think out of all those, I think moderate. I'm going to select this assuming this is independent, which means that it's probably something extremely bad that I just clicked on. Yeah, I would say that's probably fine. Because even this right here, like this answer, like I lean conservative and politics isn't really important to me. I mean, if you're conservative, that is a political stance. So why is it that you have to be conservative, but it's not important to you? You know? So I think moderate, that's one sounds nice. Ball players always have a good relationship with famous celebs in other industries. Which famous person would you want to hang out with off the court? Definitely Warren Buffett, man. That'd be absolutely amazing just to like pick his brain financially and stuff. Although Warren Buffett does kind of keep it simple with his like financial ideology and stuff. You know, he's about long-term investments and just kind of like, you know, time in the market, not timing the market, which I don't always do. But yeah, I'm going to say Warren Buffett. Which of these is your favorite non-basketball sports name? The Dolphins, the Blackhawks, Dodgers, Rangers. So I don't care too much for hockey, not going to lie. I mean, football's fine. Like, I think I watched the Dolphins game one time when Chad Henne, who went to Michigan, played there. And also Ndamukong Suh went there eventually. So that was kind of cool. So I'll say Dolphins just out of that. An NBA, how many more questions we got? Oh my God, man. They're really picking my brain here on this one. As an NBA, by the way, if you're watching the entire video, guys, let me know in the comment section below if you made it this far. I love knowing that stuff, guys. As an NBA player, you'll be bringing in enough dough for a really nice house. What's your ideal crib style? At the top of a winding mountainous area so that I can have an amazing view, a sprawling ranch with lots of land, a sweet palace on the beach, an amazing penthouse in the heart of the city. So I kind of like my space and stuff, so I'm going to say either the ranch would be really cool, but the mountain view seems kind of cool too. I'm going to go with probably the, like realistically, I would probably pick a ranch. I would probably pick that realistically. Every player has a downside. Which of these negatives would you best be able to handle? Oppressive dry heat, really bad traffic, just don't drive anywhere. Cold winters, the temptation for legal trouble. What the hell? Cold winters, I can handle that perfectly. I do it every single day of my life, and I don't even get paid millions of dollars to do it. How large of a city would you like to play in? As big as possible, a mid-sized major city. Doesn't have to be the biggest, but it should be in the top 5. I'm more concerned about the environment than the population. Let's go with that. That sounds cool. In the NBA, players are rocking fashionable gear as if they were on a runaway. Does fashion matter in your team city? Not at all, man. I do not care about fashion one bit. Like, honestly speaking, guys, if I ever come out with, like, merch, what it's going to be is it's going to be the equivalent of Starberries. It's going to be the equivalent of Stephon Marbury's plan where I don't want super expensive, flashy-looking merch. I want stuff that everybody can afford at a reasonable price, man. Like, I don't really care about the margins and stuff. Like, I just want people to be able to afford it, you know? So, we got last question. Are you more concerned about playing well as an individual or helping your team win? I'm trying to be a star myself. Everything else is gravy. I need both to be happy. I put the team first way before my own success. As long as I'm getting paid and living in my city, either one's fine. I'm always a team player first. Like, my saying is that if you have me as your number 1 option on your team, chances are you're not going to win. If you have me as your 5th option, or if I was the last picked, you're in a really damn good place. So here we go. Last one, and the team we are going to get for the rebuild is going to be the Chicago Bulls. You know, as a Piston fan, I don't know if I should feel bad about this, but you know, man, the Chicago Bulls have a very respected history. You know what I'm saying? Like Michael Jordan, obviously, and yeah, let's read the little thing right here. Assuming you can see that. Yes, you can. You are a hard-nosed grinder who wants to play basketball in a blue-collar town that values hard work and tradition. You don't mind the fact that there are franchise legends who you'll probably never live up to. Watch out, Mike. You just want to carry on the tradition of winning and success that the city has gotten used to. Okay, I'm not mad about this. Listen, even when it comes to, like, I know, like, the Bulls and Pistons had a big rival, but even like that was from, like, the bad boy days, so I don't really take, like, big, huge, like, pride, like, oh, them Chicago Bulls. Like, until there's a new rival with my current favorite team, you know, the being the Pistons and stuff, then it's not that big a deal. So, yeah, I'll do a rebuild with them. That'll be a lot of fun, too. As far as position, I mean, I'm like a center shooting guard hybrid, so I guess I could be point guard. I'll have to figure it out, man. That's all we got, though, for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching, and peace out.